Good morning, today 253. Meant to have a busy day today, sorry about the wind. Today we're meant to be having an excavator doing the back, we're meant to be doing concrete pour on the drive, and we're meant to be starting the blocks on the garage. But I'm a mason down, I'm an excavator down, and currently a concrete team down, but I think they are en route, so it's 20 past 8. Apparently the concrete's not coming for some unknown reason until 10. Not too sure why that's the case. But anyway, so today what we've got to do is we're planing down 2x4s into roughly 2-inch squares. So we're going to be actually battening the actual roof inside the cottage with a view to obviously having that plasterboarded. I don't know why, but we're putting another coat on here, but I'm probably going to stop that. We don't need to put another coat on there at the moment until we finish doing the work here. We have the carpenters obviously planing down the wood at this other side. We've got the concrete team en route. So we're going to try and get some plywood down on here. We're going to get the excavator to come through into the back park garden here and start digging out the trench down here, because we're going to make a French drain. So we're going to dig out 2 foot along here, put loads of rocks down there to the same sort of height, let the mud gradually sort of backfill itself, and then probably take the wall that's there up by 2 to 3 blocks. We want to start the blocks on the garage today, but it may mean that we have to do some snagging on the actual walls themselves inside the cottage first, because I'm also mason down today. I don't know why, but I need to find out what's going on there. Yeah, then obviously we've got the concrete guys turning up, so there's going to be concrete lorries and concrete madness going on here later on, so it's going to be a bit of a mad day. We've asked the neighbours to go and find something to do for the day, because obviously it's going to be reasonably noisy, so hopefully they've started that. Other than that, we've still got the back of this building here to plaster as well, so it's scratch coated around here, but it still needs to be properly plastered. So we do need to get that done in the next couple of weeks, but other than that at the moment, it's a waiting game. Hopefully the excavator's going to turn up, because it was meant to be a Sunday, didn't turn up, Monday didn't turn up, last night they assured me it'd be here by 8 o'clock latest. It's not here as yet, so I'm going to make a phone call in a minute, because at the moment their behaviour so far tells me that the chances are we won't get it today. If we don't get it today, then obviously we can't get across the driveway, because that's got to cure for 7 days. So we ideally need it in here now, doing what it's got to do, so that it can disappear and we can then block the driveway up. But anyway, so let me quickly take you in. One of you wanted to see the kitchen cupboards that I've had made. So there's an individual on the island that I've been connected to. He's unfortunately had some illnesses within his team, so he's not been very reliable, unfortunately, to get the kitchen finished. But he did bring in the matched made doors the other day. So somebody asked me, could I show you them? So here I am. Let me show you the kitchen itself. What we've had done underneath the back of the kitchen, where the breakfast bar element is, we've had 300 width double 1200 units made, and they're now in here. And these doors are the doors that he has manufactured. So obviously they're hinged. I don't like this wooden shelf that's in there. I'd rather have that plain, but as you can see, PVC backs. The carcass has been made by him. That's a bit of a faux pas. But the door itself, the quality of the door is not too bad. I mean, there's a few sort of marks on it that need to be sorted out, but from a matching point of view, it's slightly lighter than the units that I've got over there, but from a quality point of view and a look and feel, it looks exact. Obviously all the doors need to be properly set up and obviously handles, etc., but the doors themselves look absolutely amazing, and obviously we've got them going all the way along. So we have obviously 6,000 length, and a lot of storage, obviously. So 1,200, 1,200, 1,200, 1,200, another 1,200. So 1,200 units all in. Obviously, as you can see, the door's not shutting there, so they've got to be balanced out, and they've still got to get one of the doors made for here. But yeah, a good quality door. I would, now I've seen the finish that you can get, I would consider having the kitchen made here and installed rather than bringing it in. Obviously these units you're seeing here at the moment have still got the protective film on the front, but they're a very matte, as you can see in that corner there, they're a dark matte unit. So we can definitely, if they can take one of the drawer fronts away and colour match it, we could definitely get away with now probably having these done as well. I think together you probably wouldn't tell. Now I'm seeing the actual finish. They spray it themselves. it is a bloody good finish. So for something that's been man-made rather than machine-made, I definitely would go for the kitchen if I was to do it again. What was the other thing? There was something else that somebody asked they wanted to see. What was it? It was definitely the kitchen. Our kitchen over here, by the way, which I haven't really gone into detail and shown you, but all of ours have got they're clawed click hose. So you basically push them and they've got these little pistons that mean that they're magnetised, so they're handleless. So to open it, you just push it and then you shut it again. So the technology has changed massively in the last few years. When I first had that technology, I would say probably about 7 years ago, as soon as you push that one shut, that one open, and then that one open, and one over here, and in the end you end up doing like a karate impression around the kitchen to try and get a door to even open or shut. So so we're still waiting obviously for the doors to be made here. So we need 2 more 600s, we need 2 more 600s here. We're meant to be having drawers put in there, so behind there'll be 3 drawers, but we're going to go for, potentially, we're going to go for 600 doors and then drawers behind. That does mean the drawers will be thinner and shorter, very, very similar to these. So these ones here, as you can see, they're internal drawers. They do actually hit the side of the doors in order to come in and out, so they're not really designed. They're meant to be having like I think they call it a 180-degree hinge, which means that the doors go right over, but it moves the door as well. As soon as you go a little bit further, then the door becomes proud, and then you start getting catching on the shelf. So, but yeah, it's nice to have all the drawers hidden away, but obviously having the use of drawers. These are obviously going to be breakfast bars. These will have 3 drawers in here, and this will end up being strengthened and having a top pot on it, and this will become the internal hide crap away drawer, as will this one. And then we'll probably buy another. Now, the fridge and freezers here, they're not very big because obviously the integrated, so we'll probably put another fridge either in here or in here. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are with the kitchen. As you can see on the floor, I've actually brought in the actual kickboards and the end panels today as well. So I'll probably start just getting some of those things fitted because the kitchen fitters just aren't able to turn up for some unknown reason. So at the moment, there's a few things that just seem to be holding off, and I'm doing bits as I go, but the longer it goes on, the more frustrating it's becoming. So I just think I'll just get the end caps put on myself, start fitting the actual kickboards myself. I should have enough, hopefully, to do kickboards this side, and then he can provide the kickboards for the other side. But the kitchen install so far, unfortunately from them, has turned into me doing 50% of it and them doing some of it. So mainly because they've had an issue with illnesses. But anyway, so I'm hoping to try and get that started and complete today as well. As obviously the driveway being done, the back excavation being done, and the carpenters cracking in over there. The main thing obviously for me is the carpenters getting the wood on the ceiling inside here, so we can start getting the lights in and start getting the actual plasterboard done, and then I want the painters starting to paint. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are so far. So I'll update you a little bit later on throughout the day. Whilst I'm on, please can you like and subscribe to the channel. We're getting loads more people. Yesterday was the magic number 420. Means something to some people and nothing to other people. To me, it's my date of birth. So other than that, please like and subscribe, comment as you can. Help us share the news of the channel itself, and I'll check in a bit later on. Okay, so we're now 25 past 11. Concrete's just turned up. Concrete in a world of their own. The concrete guys have also just turned up as well, which is good. So they might be able to do some prep. I've got a vibrator. Question is whether it does it work. Fingers crossed it does. And we've got the excavator in the back, obviously starting to pull out the bits and bobs as well. So first excavator didn't turn out, so we've had to order another one. So he's in there to do what he's going to do. We've got to try and get it done quick before they actually close him in. So I'll update you as I go, but in the moment, 24 past, looks like they're about to start as we speak. Okay, right, so we're actually now digging the trench. Obviously, couldn't have the soil down level for too long without having to dig it up, could we? So what we're having to do here is, we're having to put, like a big French drain, we're having to put big blocks down here to try and help the water that's going to land up coming down run away, and obviously prevent the mud from putting too much pressure onto the wall here. So we're now having to go down to the actual footing of the wall all the way along, avoiding the pipe, avoiding the wall, to try and get blocks, rocks down there to try and help the water naturally flow up against it and away. We've also got the concrete being finally. Bayesian first thing, midday. We've got boards going downstairs, being stuck away. And we've got blocks going up on the garage. So the garage is suddenly now starting to take a bit of shape. So we've got the first set of blocks going up. The concrete itself shouldn't be too hard for them to get that done today. They're doing it in 3 sections. They're doing this section first, they're doing the section over in front of their actual house, the main steps second, and then they're doing the middle third. So that means we've actually got this guy to get done, and then should be able to get through the middle and get out. So that's the aim. Obviously the actual the blocks themselves obviously need to be loaded over so we can actually carry on laying blocks, but the blocks themselves go all the way down the side of the garage and come across and stop, so keeps the entrance open for that to continue. I'm not too sure where the painters are inside giving a lick of paint on the plaster from yesterday. I should say yesterday, Friday and Saturday and yesterday. So we now have, as you can see, the carpenter's now putting the struts up on the roof, and we've got first primer coat going on the walls themselves to try and brighten it up and show where attention is needed. Down here has also been coated as well, and the steps are ready to have the formwork taken off, and then we're going to literally just block along here and here and get this top piece finished off so we can actually get that sealed in at some stage. Here's had a bit of a primer as well, but again, like always, we still have a window not done, so we need to get the window jamb sorted. As we do, we need to get these window jambs finished off as well. So other than that, it literally is getting this dug out, getting the stones from over here over the wall, get them loaded in, getting the concrete drive sorted, and watching the garage starting to take shape. So I will check in with you as and when it goes. Fingers crossed it will start looking like a driveway very shortly. We might even have a vibrator that works. That'd be nice. Okay, we're 2:10. Let's have a quick look what's going on. Sorry about the wind. Beautiful wind. Obviously, when you're filming, not great. Anyway, I'm spinning around. So we've had the front path done. This is excess. But the side bit done. And this bit here apparently has been done tomorrow. I thought we would have got that done today, in all fairness. Not a massive problem. Then they did get here late, so the blocks are going up in the garage. So we have 4 tiers over here so far. So I'm hoping to get a little bit more on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we'll get some more going up in a minute. The entrance into downstairs is being tidied up and built up because at the moment it's too low. So that's going up 1 tier, and the steps are obviously being finished off in here as well. And then we've actually got the rocks coming over the wall for the water reserve against next doors. So we have some big rocks coming down in here, trying to obviously build them up away from the wall to ensure that the soil weight gets taken away as and when the water comes, and obviously the water obviously can flow down stream, as it were. Inside, the guys are obviously installing the ceilings. Let's go and see how they're getting on with that. And also the white primer is going on the wall as well. So let's have a look at how that is going. Certainly noisy enough. We've got paint going on. So the outskirt one going on first, and then they're going to go across. So it's definitely brighter in here now that it's white, that's for sure. Changing the look of it already. So these conduits are a bit low, they needed to go a bit higher. But again, it's got to be painted too. And then the idea is obviously run 2x2s all the way along. And then obviously plasterboard, drywall board, whatever they call it here. So they go right up to the wood. But you can see obviously the drying cracks on the walls. Whereas obviously it's contracting a little bit after it's drying. But fingers crossed the paint will fill those anyway. So and then we get the electrician to run the conduits through, get the lights put in. Yes, and then that's that bit done. Another bit being ticked off. The walls down here were finished off. I say finished off. The greys were pretty much finished off yesterday and today. So we're pretty much good on that. It's just now selecting whether we're going to go white on the columns or keep them cream. At the moment they are cream, cold cream, but I think we'll go white like the end one here, so we'll go white with all these as well. And then the other side, obviously the neighbour has obviously got cream columns and yellow, so we need to go and get the paint and get that sorted as well. And again, I would have spaded that off there and gone down further and then put the mud back, but anyway, need to get this sorted. Keep talking about it, need to get this sorted. So I'm going to talk to the masons in a minute about trying to get that finished off, and I need to talk to the electrician about what these are as well. I've got one here, need to get them finalised once and for all. Are they electrical points? Are they not? Are they being filled? Are they not? It's just ridiculous having all this work done and just bits sitting there like that all the time. You know, the worst case scenario should look like this, so we can finish it off, and then we know it's going to be a light switch at some stage. But anyway, tomorrow the concrete will be finished in the driveway. It's actually given us a little bit more time for him to do what he's got to do. So once he's done what he's got to do, I can get him back down the driveway. We can get him down into here, and he can do some stuff with the excavator, just trying to balance out some of this mud, maybe put some of it back down again now the rocks are going in. See how that pans out. But again, 2 o'clock, a few more hours left of the day, so we'll see what actually takes place with the remainder. I'll check in to see. Okay, so we're at 4:30, everyone's finishing up. What have we got going on? Let me show you what's happened with the our French drain on steroids. Okay, so we've got quite a few big rocks. Probably around about 3 feet so far. But an idea, well, we need to try and come up around about just underneath this pipe really. So we're going to need to try and get some more rocks on the beach, which we'll do tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have enough. And then we can actually get all of this soil bobcat back in, and again get all this soil leveled off. Believe it or not, we can still need more soil on here, so that'll be fine. Here we literally brought this up by another tier. Tomorrow we'll get that finished off on the pouring front inside and get those poured. Get the step finished off at the front here, so there'll be one step here coming down to this step, and the 2 tiers will come down. We'll get that finished off. The guys in here, I'll show you what's happening there at the moment, but they painted that all white inside, so they've actually started getting some of the battening on the roof, ceiling even. Let's have a quick look. So we're looking a lot whiter in here. We've got the first one coming through. Right, Ryan? Yes. So, for some reason we didn't get to the very ceiling on that side for some reason, but orange managed to, showing managed to get up here though. So, it's a lot different just being white. And then we've got the driveway obviously, which has been done, and the blocks for the garage. So, blocks wise we're 4 tiers here. And the return is being done as well, so it looks like we're 3 tiers down the side. So this is where the actual condensers will be, and the gas bottles. So this is where the side of the garage will be, and obviously this will be the pathway going down the side at some stage when we get that finished. Concrete wise, obviously as I said, they're going to be doing the middle bit tomorrow. So we've got the front pathway and this bit done. We are experiencing cracking already though. So we've got big cracks going through the middle here, over here. And we've also got it going through here as well. So I'm not too sure what we're going to do about that. They've not responded, so they're not going to do anything about it tonight. Not ideal, is it?
I'm not going to pay for it. I'm not going to pay for it.
This one seems to be alright. This is alright. Doesn't seem to be cracks on here. But anyway, so tomorrow they're going to be coming in and actually doing this piece here, this whole piece in the middle. But I think they're talking about putting a cut through the middle I'm aware, so it'll be boiled in one piece, but they'll actually cut it. So yeah, that can't come soon enough. That's going to happen first thing in the morning as well, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, getting there. So that's pretty much the end of day 3. I think it's 2.3. Anyway, please like and subscribe, share the video, comment, ask, give me any requests you have, and I'll check in tomorrow morning first thing.